Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're talking about everything in the brand new version 12.21 update, which is out there at 6 AM, which is absolutely insane. I can't believe that this update is actually coming out this week. I didn't expect an update to come out, but however, it's only a 0.1 update added on, 0.1 actually added on, so it's 12.21. So it's not actually the version 12.3. So it's probably not going to have many additions at all. It's only really going to fix a few bugs and maybe add in a few map changes, and the update time is extremely early, and usually when the update is this early it doesn't really mean too much. They've done it in the past with one or two of their updates, but I think with this one I definitely suspect nothing new to be added in really other than bug fixes, unfortunately. But you guys are here for the video, so why not show you guys exactly what is getting fixed in this update. So here are a few of the bugs that we know 100% that are getting fixed in this update. So far we've got spy games stuck on select text screen. This has been happening to me, and this is a very common bug, and this has officially been fixed in this update. The next thing that's been fixed in this update is style selection for certain lock items not saving. That has been fixed as well. Obviously that's going to be key as well, especially with the upcoming fashion shows, etc. You know, a lot of people are excited for stuff like that in the community, and I definitely think that we will start to see these sort of things kind of like pan out. I am tempted to doing some fashion shows now as well, due to everyone being at home. But obviously we have the harpoon gun as well, catching loot and not catching loot consistently, which has been fixed as well, which is really awesome. Auto pickup not functioning properly, that's being fixed, and Deadpool plunger not visible on a different aspect ratio of 4.3, a 4:3 ratio is obviously being fixed as well. So that's everything in the Battle Royale side of stuff. There are also some slight fixes to some of the other platforms as well. For example, Save the World in Creative. One in Creative, just for those wondering, an interactive UI not functioning properly when using quick menu or on mobile has been fixed, and then there's a few Save the World fixes. We won't really go over there because I don't think many people on my channel anymore play Save the World, but if you do play Save the World consistently, I'll pop them up on screen just in case. But let's pop into the replay, actually in the replay mode, because I want to go over a few things for you guys. So here we are, let's slide on over to there. Alright, so we're in. So this is something that's going on in the Fortnite world. The entire world itself is insane. We've got so much going on, and obviously with the update tomorrow, you're probably expecting a few different changes to happen on the map. I'm going to give you guys a rough overview of what we can expect for them changes. So first off, the most obvious one, which we've all been following throughout the last few weeks or so, is over at the agency. So the agency itself has officially had its chair stolen. We don't know who stole the chair. I have made a little bit of a storyline video on this, my recent storyline video, which talked about the return of Chaos Agent. I highly recommend checking it out. It's a great video. But as we all know, his chair from this room, which has been stolen, has actually been taken outside, as we know, across the river. There was a boat that was used to export it. It was being left here, and there are car marks going both here and from. So you got one coming here to collect it and one exiting, and then obviously this has led to Salty Springs. Now we can probably suspect this to change tomorrow. I'll cover it in a map change video if it does, and if any other map changes do happen and you guys do notice them, tweet me at postboxpat. So obviously we will suspect maybe a few map changes. It's not 100% guaranteed. What else can we expect in this small little patch? I do think we'll start to see maybe some minor files be added in for an upcoming event. Now this won't be a live event like we've experienced in the past. This will be more of an interactive event. So in the past we gave label to events, as you guys know, the big fans of the channel. We gave live events, community events, interactive events. They're like the main three type of events really, and then what we like to kind of like publish them, or restart event as well was the other one as well. So what they are, for those that don't know, a live event is an official live event hosted by Epic Games and announced by Epic Games. We have the unofficial live event, which can also be a restart event. That's an event which is officially hosted by Epic Games, but then is sometimes you have to restart to see the changes. For example, this was back in season 6, was it, when the cue ball met up? I think it was. I'm almost certain, or season 8 maybe. I can't get my numbers right there, but there was a scene where all the platforms were like floating and we had to restart the game to get them to render in. So that was quite an interesting one anyway for the Fortnite community out there who were questioning me about that. Then obviously community events are events that can be hosted by us that aren't related to Fortnite. Then obviously the interactive event as well. This is another very, very common one which Fortnite have done, but not recently. It's kind of been something which they've kind of pushed away, I guess. They haven't done it at all recently, so I thought I'd mention it because it's the sort of event where you would land in game and obviously you would do something to cause something to happen. The last time we saw a proper interactive event was back in season 8, so some really exciting stuff right there, and I can definitely suspect that an interactive event would be something that we would like to see this season, and maybe the files for that will be added in this update. Other than that, we can expect probably some Deadpool stuff to be added in regarding the next challenge. We can probably suspect some smaller minor map changes as I mentioned, and some other patches to updates or kind of features that we don't know are bugged. Sometimes they don't report all of the bugs over on Trello over there, so not all the bugs are reported every single time, but definitely we can suspect that most or the majority of the bugs currently in the game from the last update will be fixed in this minor patch. With it being a downloadable update, that kind of hints to leaked skins as well. Usually when an update is downloaded, it means there's going to be leaked skins added into the game. So that's probably why this is a downloadable update, because they're adding skins in. I'm not too sure why they decided to do a random downloadable update midweek otherwise. It's probably because they're adding in a few different things to the files other than bug fixes, because the majority of the bug fixes usually can be fixed with a hot fix rather than an actual downloadable update. So there's something major happening in this. We don't 100% know. Now when it's something major, it could be something massive. For example, the helicopters could have a rocket launcher attached to them. This is highly unlikely, but that's the sort of thing that you'd suspect in a downloadable update, or even helicopters could change entirely. That's the thing you expect a lot, because that's what they do in these updates. They add something brand new to the files. So hopefully something pretty big, maybe even changes over at the Shark. We know that either the Shark or the Yacht are the next two POIs to change, which we can definitely be excited for, and hopefully we'll see something tomorrow at that. I don't think we will. I think we'll have to wait for the following week, but I think they're preparing for something in this update. We are getting pretty far through the season. We're now halfway through. Let's head back to the main menu anyway and talk a little bit about the Deadpool stuff we got. Obviously I'm thinking of actually making a video on this. I know we're quite far into this video, but it's kind of really annoying me, like a lot. In the Fortnite community, there is so much clickbait around Deadpool, and it's really confusing seeing these videos get 1 million views and people lie about this sort of content. It's really not nice to see as a creator, because there isn't anything else about Deadpool other than the challenges. So for someone like me, seeing stuff that people are producing about Deadpool, it's quite upsetting, to be honest, like as someone that is a huge diehard Fortnite fan anyway. So that is myself. But yes, you can see in here we have the Deadpool stuff. I personally am a little bit behind on some of my challenges, but what we can suspect is obviously the Deadpool calendar is behind him on the toilet. We know that. A lot of you guys have already seen that. For those that have completed the most recent challenge, I'm yet to actually fully complete it. I need to do that. I'm not going to do it right now. I'll stick back on some gameplay, but you know, this sort of stuff that's going on with the Deadpool clickbait, you just don't suspect this sort of stuff in the Fortnite community at all. The community itself has really hit a low, in my opinion. Like my channel and many others are great creators and produce reliable and legit content, but there are so many channels that have never really produced great content, and now they're producing fake content on the extreme level about a topic which isn't even going to happen really. They're talking about all these Deadpool secrets and how he's changing the map and all this sort of stuff, and he's not doing anything. Deadpool is simply just a extra perk for this season. He's not doing anything like that. He is having, I guess, 2 map changes with some of the pictures, which we'll get into in a map change video because it's not actually happened yet. It's leaked in the files, but you know, other than that, you can't make 9 videos on that topic. It's crazy. Like seriously guys, the Fortnite community is, there's something that I always go on these rants, but something I'd like to say is every time I watch Fortnite content, and I used to love to watch it, and I struggle to find creators that are good, like myself and other people. I do still watch Fortnite content from the good creators, but when I go to search for new Fortnite content, 7 out of 10 of the videos will always be clickbait, and that is not good for a community. The whole community has really hit a low, and it's not good. Like Fortnite itself, still a great game and still absolutely booming and popping, but the community on YouTube has lacked recently in the past few months, and it's got worse and worse, to be honest, probably since the season 8 events with all like the fake stuff. And you could probably date it back earlier, but it really started to step up in season 8 with the fake content, and then season 9, season 10 was pretty rough as well, and then obviously we hit the brand new chapter and in the clickbait, kind of a lot of the creators kind of moved away from Fortnite. Well, some of them did, and then the real loyal community fans like me, who's a huge fan of Fortnite, stayed, and a lot of other people did as well. But then the clickbait has kind of pushed up, and it really is kind of a tough situation for us smaller creators at this moment in time. So I'm really trying my best to keep up with the content, but as you guys know, I haven't posted on the channel in the past few days, and that's simply because there isn't anything to post Fortnite related. Now, I am starting to work on some videos that I would love to create and enjoy, and I think you guys would love them too. And if you're a true fan of me and you'd love to support me, it really does mean a lot to me. I'm someone that's always trying my best to produce great content and is 100% realistic and truthful to all my fans out there, which is something that I've kept throughout the start of my YouTube career and will continue to do. So thank you so much everyone who is supporting the channel and is really communicating with me on other social platforms like Twitter, Discord. If you are part of them communities, even if you only pop in once in a while, it means a lot to me. So thank you. And everyone in the comments, you guys absolutely rock. And even the people subscribed with notifications on who are watching every single video every single week, you guys mean so much. Thank you. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video though, and it has given you an insight to what is coming in tomorrow's update. Sorry for the long rant, I just thought I'd get it off my chest because it really is bothering me a little bit, and I thought, you know, there's nothing wrong with expressing my opinion on the community because you guys respect me, you respect my opinion, I respect your opinions. So thank you so much everyone. I hope you guys are enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a subscribe if you're new around here, and if you've made it right to the end of the video, comment down below challenge table. Thank you so much, and once again, this is postboxpat signing out.